the show, everyone. Hope you're having a good Sunday night. Keep the applause going, Fletcher and Heidi. And a big welcome to a bloke who's delayed his trip back to Melbourne. He's just up in Gerringong, and honestly, his brain, it doesn't matter if he plays 9, 7, 6 or 1, Tyran Wishart. Hey, Wishy, mate, congratulations on this season. Fantastic, mate. And to move into the 7 position with Jerome being out, high pressure position, but you're going fantastic. Do you enjoy it, the extra responsibility?
Yeah, no, I'm loving it at the moment. Obviously, got a bit of time at 5'8" last year, which was really good, but any chance I get to start, I guess it doesn't really matter where it is. It's, yeah, I love it. Try and take the opportunity.
You were just back home at Gerringong. How's the old man Rod going?
He's good. He's good, yeah.
Still got the ankle-high boots?
Yeah, yep. They're in the cupboard. I might bring them out.
They do it.
Has he ever asked you to wear them, like just out of...
Nah, they're long gone. He doesn't have them anymore.
Oh, beauties. They reckon one night they played France, and your old man's on the wing with the high-top boots, and wet game in Parks. Anyway, Andrew Eddinghausen just kept falling over. And he said, mate, you got any screw-ins? Bob Fulton said, the great Bob Fulton. He said, no. He said, mate, can you borrow some boots? And your old man had some spare boots, high tops. ET put them on. He said, oh, how embarrassing. Take those things off. You're on the bench. Now, on the show tonight, we've got Fletcher, the VB Bar. Give me 5. I'm going to review massive Friday night next week as far as finals. But Cowboys 38 over the Knights 4. Fellas, it was just one-way traffic, and it could have been a lot worse for the Knights. Cowboys blew 2 or 3 tries.
Yeah, it was. Look, the defence was obviously not great from the Knights. Look, both of these teams have had pretty ordinary years, and we thought it'd be a high-scoring game, but yeah, that
was from one side.
One side, yeah. They were just too good, too clinical, and yeah, it's getting worrying. I mean, the spoon is well within the Knights' reach now. So,
but the Knights had their chances too early on. They bombed a fair few tries in that first half. I think it might have been 2 or 3 tries they bombed in the first half. Another one to the young fullback there on debut. He missed another one. So, look, they had their chances. The Knights conditions probably didn't help them too much up there. It was 26, 27 degrees, which was a bit warm. But look, it was a typical Cowboys display. You know, they're in and out of the game.
Yeah.
Their big names obviously produced again. Drinkwater was outstanding. Dearden, again, probably a little bit quiet in regards to what he's been doing, but, yeah, the usual suspects for the Cowboys.
Wishy, this is the thing. If you're a Cowboys supporter, you would be disillusioned because, mate, they're a dangerous football side. You know, you look what they're capable of.
Yeah, especially up there, like you said before, the temperature and the humidity and everything, it's probably a bit different to what a lot of teams are used to, but... yeah, up there, they're a hard team to beat.
Now, early today, boys, West Tigers 26-12 over Mountain. And tell you what, mate, they're really on the improvement. 2 in a row, 3 in a row? 3 in a row. I'll tell you the bloke who's made a significant difference, and I think just his presence, Taylor May.
Yeah.
They got him on, train and trial. My God. He is a powerhouse.
When he gets the ball, the first game was at Leichhardt Oval. He'd been out of the game for a while. He didn't look like he missed a beat. They go to. I can't believe they don't go to him more often.
Yeah.
Because he invariably beats the first play every time he gets the ball.
It was the Titans' debut, wasn't it? This year?
He'll make a break or do something. But I think this bloke, he's at 7. He's found his position. So he played 7 against the Chooks. They won. Played 7 against the Dogs and they won, and I just feel that they've been looking for a halfback.
Is he the answer though?
I feel he is, because he's a running halfback, which causes a lot of, and he's a big body, causes a lot of damage. I feel that they've been looking outside, and maybe they've discovered that now he's the 7.
So does Latu stay 14? Is he a
He can come off the bench.
He's taken a lot of pressure off Luai.
Oh yeah, and I think he thrives on it. We've spoken about it before. Yes. He's a very, very competitive sort of player. So I think he's a reason why they're going so good the last month.
And we see Manly here. Geez, we're going to see the Manly era shortly, but pretty ordinary to say the least. And Siebes was testy before the game, to say the least.
A little bit testy.
I can understand his frustration, but he's under enormous pressure now.
Yeah, I suppose. But the way that Manly came out, they scored in the opening minute and did it with ease through Kohler. So, and then didn't score again probably to the last minute. So that whole time in between, you can see that what's frustration here on DCE. Look, it's not from lack of trying. It's just they're just not gelling at the moment. They've got a few injuries, to important players. Olakwatu, Jake, he's out again, so he'll be out for another week, I think, after this one. So, a few injuries during the year, but an unexpected year from Manly. Thought they'd be doing a lot better than what they are.
Yeah, I thought as well. Let's keep moving. Broncos 38-28 over the Dolphins. I tell you what, it was huge win for the really important win for the Broncos. I've got to give credit though to the Dolphins. Their pack due to injuries really undermanned, but and mate, for a while there, I thought they were going to pull it off for a second there, the Dolphins.
They were up in the second half there when they got up by 10. I thought, they're going to get. The Broncos are going to panic a little bit here, but it was the class of Reece Walsh and Katoni Staggs. When they're going, just when Katoni's in this mood, just give him the ball.
Do you know what, Fletch? You just said, I think it's a big step forward for the Broncos. Not as far as, they can play a lot better than that. They're nowhere near their very best. But the very fact that they just kept playing exciting, expansive football when the game was on the line. I've seen him in the past, like this year and even at times last year. When the game's on the line, they tighten up a little bit. Yeah. But the fact that the game was on the line and they played this type of football, Wishy, they're a tremendous football team. Yeah,
I think once they get going and, like you said, if you let them get a couple try lead, they're hard to stop, and we saw that last night. They were really impressive.
And Reece Walsh, best game he's played for 18 months, I reckon. And they needed it too, without Adam Reynolds and Ezra. They needed him to have a big game, and he was great.
But it's always been there.
Always.
We know he's got it. Yeah, he's had some mistakes during the year, and he's probably been a little bit guilty of overplaying his hand when he didn't need to. But yeah, he stepped up when they needed him, along with others. I thought Benny Hunt was outstanding. I thought Walters in the halves as well was good. Just did what he needed to do. But yeah, he's an excitement machine, Walsh, and just when he gets that little bit of that head noise when he made a mistake, if he makes mistakes, it runs with him for a bit. So
said about Billy Walters there, still doesn't get the credit he deserves. Wishy, does he?
Yeah, doesn't matter where he plays. I think, especially this year, his craft out of nine's been really good and scored a few tries off the back of it. And, he's a great asset.
Katoni Staggs, Wishy, have you been in a situation where you've got to defend him one-on-one?
A little bit, but if I can avoid it, I'll definitely keep avoiding it. He's so strong, and obviously his speed as well. Look at this try,
he's having a great year.
Yeah. He's I reckon man on man is definitely one of the hardest to defend.
I'll tell you what, boys, let's cross back to Townsville. We're going to chat to a bloke who was tremendous today, playing at halfback, Jake Clifford. And Jake, welcome, mate, on the Rexona mic.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good on you, Jake. Look, I know you had a bit of time up at Newcastle, so you would have enjoyed that today. But, mate, your performance, it was very, very strong.
Yeah, thanks, Matty. It was good to come up against a few of the boys I got to share the Newcastle jersey with and get one over them. But, I really thought we put a really good 40 minutes together, and it set us up for the rest of the game.
Hey, Jake, it's Fletch. Congratulations. Mate, your name's been sort of bandied around going down to Canberra. Have you been in touch with the great Ricky Stewart yet?
We win when he plays. Hey, Fletch. There was a few rumours going around and speculation, but I signed a one-year extension here at the Cows, so I'm happy to stay up here north.
Good on you, mate.
Jakey, it's Heine, mate. Well done on a great win. Good effort. But you've got to buy around 27. Look, I'm not going off early, but will you be celebrating Mad Monday a week early?
I'm not sure. A few of the injured boys might have to organise something, but we've got a lot to play for these next two games, and I'm sure we might have a few beers after the Bronx game.
Hey, Jake, what's it like playing alongside Tommy Dearden?
Oh, it's incredible. He leads by example. He's all effort, and I feel like we're starting to string a good little combination together with myself, Drinky, and Tommy. He's great to play alongside, and hopefully we can build a good combination.
Righto, mate. Go and enjoy it, Jake, and say hello to everyone at the Mad Cow for me.
Thanks, Matty. Cheers, guys.
Good on you, Jake. Good on you, mate. Well done to Jay Clifford. He had a couple of difficult years. Yeah. His time up at Newcastle wasn't great. He had a few things going on, but good to see he's back in his hometown playing good football. Now, Hindy, your moment?
Because I'm loving it moment. It came from the Dolphins Broncos game. A bloke we haven't seen for a while through injury, Trey Fuller, I thought was absolutely outstanding once again in the Dolphins jersey. And the try he scored, I'll tell you what, this was right after the half-time kickoff. This is what he can do. He's an excitement machine. We talk about Reece Walsh, but this guy's probably up there with the best of them as well when he's fit. And probably, unfortunate for him, we haven't seen enough of him in a first-grade jersey because he's an excitement machine.
Yeah, came back from he had an ACL injury. It's taken a while to get back. And this is the thing. What we're seeing, we've got Trey Fuller, and we're going to talk about Jai Gray shortly. But those smaller, faster blokes, I mean, the space these days all around the ruck, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember the first time I played Trey. I was playing for Sunny Coast Falcons, I was playing hooker, and he got it just one off the ruck and ran inside the A there. Where you're talking about the ruck, and mate, he ran straight over me. Deceptively strong, and same as Jai Gray, and they're just competitors.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
What is your position? Like what? Because you're talking about you're in 7, you're up the Q Cup playing at 9. What's your best position? Or what do you like to play?
I like playing in the halves and hooker. I know that's not one answer, but grew up playing in the halves and played a bit more hooker once I got into sort of SG ball and under 20s, and I really like it there as well.
Were you Steelers junior?
Steelers, yeah.
Mighty Steelers.
Miss the old, come on, Mighty Wollongong for the Illawarra Steelers. Yeah. You can't go wrong with a man so strong, just give him the taste of steel. Some things just
memory, isn't it?
Because when we played down there, we used to hear him sing their song all the time. Fletch,
my back is on my Daniel Tupu on Friday night. He just gets better and better. Is our man there? So he's 35, 34 years of age, and I know your man Wishy Coatsy is very, very good in the high ball, but this bloke will be running a close second. I don't know how many times he's done it. Very unassuming. You can see he's quite popular man of the. What I love about him, he doesn't celebrate. He scores a try, and now he's just past the great Beaver Menzies.
Yeah.
Some people call it dour. We say understated.
It's just stone face. It's outstanding. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Understated.
I just think he's out there doing his job, and that's what is expected of him. And he moves up to 3rd now, I think.
Wow.
Fourth.
Well, I mean, what we're seeing with the new interpretation of the rule, when you get in the air, you can't be hit.
Yeah.
It might put another couple of years on him.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Imagine if you were tall, how you would have played.
Unbelievable.
Dinner suit.
I mean, I was feared, but, to be tall, I mean, what I could do with that physique.
You're looking good. You're looking better now than what you did when you were playing.
I know. Yeah. I said to the makeup girls, I said, give me one of those short shirts, get the boys out for a run. Search and destroy. Look at them. What was that?
Just on Xavier. How much extras is he doing, like extra work doing that down in Melbourne? Because we see him always getting up high. Is it every session he's doing?
Yeah. He's for sure one of the hardest workers in our club. Like, puts so much time into it. It's funny, everything you see him do, he's practicing it, and we don't want him to go too good because I think the AFL clubs will start knocking soon.
Well, I was going to say, do you have any help from any of those AFL types down there?
I think a couple of years ago the boys went, and it was during a bye week, and they decided to stay back and do a bit of extra work, and went to Collingwood just across the road. But
you don't
not really, to be honest. That was once.
So like, they stayed back during a bye week to do extra work.
With AFL people.
That's sick.
I don't know what's worse.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't help off North Melbourne. My shin boners. Someone asked me, you got a team? If I go into a new sport, I always follow the side that's at the bottom, and you go on the journey. So I started following North Melbourne 3 years ago. The journey hasn't begun yet, but I look forward to it. Come on, you shin boners. Roosters 32-12 over the Dogs. Hey, Fletch, you said it before, mate. The rise of the Roosters has been pretty extraordinary. And we're going to talk about Sammy Walker in a second, but, mate, Hugo Savala. Yeah. Geez, he has... his improvement probably mirrors the improvement of the team.
Well, yeah, he's been great all year. I think that they've got a good combination there. It's his long kicks, and I suppose the knock on the Chooks the last few years has been their kicking game. If they got stuck in their own 20, they had Luke Keary and Sam Walker, who weren't noted long kickers, but Hugo has changed that. Roosters, this was probably one of the most dominant wins for them this year over a top 4 side like the Dogs, who were coming off that loss, and I just thought that Chooks never looked in doubt from the opening whistle.
Some of those young forwards.
Fahu White, far out. He keeps getting better and better. They extended his contract by 5 years. They probably should have done by 10.
Yeah, wow. Sammy Walker. It's fun. Like Sammy Walker's, I was wrote about this the other day. Sammy Walker's the sort of kid, he would have had a ball in his hands and boots on his feet when he was still in nappies, right? He's just a great instinctive player. And for the players like that, when you move into the NRL, being taught structures like you're being fitted for a straitjacket, like you feel so restrictive. I reckon Fletch, the 12 months out of the game, all the information he was saturated with, and really as you do with young playmakers, I reckon the pennies dropped. And what we're seeing at the moment is sort of the education meeting his instinctive football. Yeah, and I reckon the 12 months off, he's put a bit of weight on too, because when he came in, he was quite slight. He looks a lot more physical now, and good on him. Yeah. We're loving it. Yeah, sure. I'll just say something. More negativity. Okay. You're too positive. Yeah. Did you have a beer yesterday?
No. Did I look like I had a beer?
No. I was just wondering.
Did you have a beer yesterday?
I did have a beer yesterday, yes.
Yeah, how many?
4.
100.
4? Yeah, 4. I don't think it's 4. Anyway, it was good.
Good chat.
It was good fun.
Is your opportunity. Yes. Dogs, what do you think?
Oh, look, you can't write them off. They're just, I think they're missing a bit of punch for me, particularly in the forwards. Look, they've got strike on the edge, but again, they really just couldn't lay that platform to try and get into that arm wrestle, and they were dominated by a bigger, stronger, more mobile pack in the Roosters, and never really looked like trying to put a dent in them, unfortunately. But look, I think the Dogs, they'll bounce back. They've got enough key personnel, good players to be able to do it. But from the opening kickoff, you could just see that the Roosters just kept, taking another 10 metres off them, another 10 metres off them. If it wasn't for Burton's extra long kicking game, it would have been a lot more points, I thought.
If the Chooks get into the 8, are they a side that they don't sort of worry Melbourne? They haven't beaten you for a long time, but you feel that the Roosters are
for sure.
Are a threat?
It's funny, every year the last sort of 5 rounds they seem to click into gear, and I think if ever they're in the finals, they're a team to watch.
Yeah, I reckon a few top teams, would like to see them on holidays in September.
Yeah. Yes.
14-10, Warriors over the Dragons. I tell you what, well done to the Wars. Because, mate, Dragons playing really, really strong football at the moment, and it was a hard-fought win over there.
Well, it was. In particular, I congratulate the Dragons as well. They had a couple in for HIA that didn't return. They had, I think, DeBellum was 1. They had 3 that didn't return to the field. They didn't activate their 18th man in Sloan.
He's lekker again.
Mate. He's a freak. He sets up a try there. But, having Egan back was a massive difference, huge difference. And they're kind of, you can tell they gained a fair bit of confidence out of having him there. Because he was able to get out for dummy half, create a few opportunities, and they scored some points from it.
Well, on that, Tyran, we're going to talk. Let's look at Wayde Egan here. And just a massive difference he makes. It's not just his service out of dummy half, but yourself, Wishy, like you're a running half. And so the importance of Harry Grant for you is imperative. And you're looking, you've got Tanner Boyd and you've got Chanel. And their instinct, both of them blokes, is to run. So this bloke becomes the halfback.
Yeah, I think obviously you got good halves there, but I think how straight he plays is very instrumental for their attack. And I know defending him, if you're at marker, sometimes you don't know what to do. You don't know if he's going to pass left, right, dummy. So he's a big in for them.
Reminds me a lot of Cameron Smith, just sort of way he just cruises around the field. Now, look, on this show, look, you probably won't agree with us. We like our juvenile humour. And one thing we do like is someone left hanging. The favourite is Cooper Cronk and Mark Gaz. That's the immortal status.
Bubba Watson's good at the US Masters.
Well, Roger Tupu, a check. Let's have a look at this. This is a beauty.
Thanks, Rico.
He got there eventually. Look at that. Very, very good. It's good. Ladies and gentlemen, right there. Now, Guys, I really enjoy this through that. My Maccas I'm loving at the moment. Warriors coach Andrew Webster, they've gone through a bit of a difficult period with injuries and whatnot. And there's a couple of things you can do if you're a coach. You can turn up at the press conference like a sad piece of shit, you know, like a sack of spuds. Or you can turn up and decide, you know what, I'm just going to have a little bit of fun. Have a look at this. This is great.
Any shit questions today, I'm just going to blow the whistle. I'm going to put you in the bin.
I'm going to leave it now.
Okay? We're just going to have a bit of accountability, right? So if it's a good question, I'm just going to play.
Is that a permanent move like the retire? Is that tomorrow's spot that he comes back in once he recovers?
No, I'm not going to pick next week's team. This week.
Has he played his way in?
So is that what he said?
He
said that
I'd to stay.
He said no. Rewind.
Mate, I tell you, well done to Andrew Webb. That's how you do it, right? That's how you do it. Like, that's how you alleviate pressure off the players.
Yep.
Not by turning up and, you know.
Have we got a whistle here? Oh, we do.
Fletch.
Oh, okay.
So, Tyran. No need to report. I haven't seen what we're going to say yet, guys. Tyran, this is yours, right? Now, what I want you to do, if there's a question you're asked and you think it's a stupid question, please, happy to blow it and we'll move on. All right?
Where's this been?
Philpy?
Hey, Wishy, do you feel that Harry Grant took a dive when he ran into Moses Leota on... So we've found the level. Worked it out. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Very, very good. Now, South 20-16 over Parramatta. Bunnies 2 in a row. Fletch, we said it before, mate. And what a difference Cody Walker makes. Mate, they're building for the Chooks in round 27.
Yeah, my mail is that they'll be back. They'll have a few coming back. But Parramatta, I thought they did enough. They made enough line breaks, but we mentioned him earlier. The kid at the back saved about 4 or 5. But it was a great effort from the Bunnies. It was, again, a lot of injuries, but Wayne has got them... like, at least they're sort of competitive in the sense the blokes are playing out of position. You wouldn't, when you're down the bottom of the table, having someone like Wayne is a blessing.
Massive. I thought Brandon Smith was really good as well, particularly the back end of the game. Like, he was tired, but he came up with some big defensive plays. And look, Jim Beam's dynamic duo. Some things are just better together. It's Jai Gray and Tallis Duncan. Both of them were exceptional. Jai Gray, as we said before, he uses his lack of stature, like his size, to his advantage. Gets the bigger middle defenders. And Tallis Duncan, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he plays back row. And we've got to give him a rap too. He and Keon were on the show a couple of weeks ago. Find it very hard to find nicer young blokes.
Yeah, they were outstanding. But it was Jai Gray and Tallis there that they won it for South Sydney, particularly Jai Gray there. The amount of try savers at the back end of that game under pressure. And the Eels had 9 line breaks, so you think with 9 line breaks you're going to go and win the game, but not with someone like Jai Gray at fullback who was a great defender.
Did you ever, Wishy and Hindy, remember the show Happy Days? Remember that with Fonz?
Yeah.
Of course, his office was a toilet, but anyway, that's by the by.
Yeah.
So what happened with Happy Days? It spawned a couple of spin-offs, such as Joni Loves Chachi and whatnot. So
that didn't go too well, though.
No, it did not.
No,
Scott Baio's doing well.
Yeah.
So what I think about this next segment, I actually think this next segment could spawn into its own show. Let's go to Fletch at the VB.
Thank you, Matthew. All right, let's do this. Let's have a look at the leaderboard after round 24. Now, this is a first. Get this. Jackson Ford, David Clemmer, Payne Haas, Terrell May, all hit 3 digits. That's never happened. Jai Arrow only got the 2 digits, unfortunately. Nothing like that. But the winner of the award this week is our man, Varian Sebe. What an effort. So this was his first game this year. It's actually his second game. He's had this a horrific eye injury. His stats were 54 points, 104 metres, 12 runs, and this try here, all while wearing the goggles. I think it's fantastic. Huge effort. I've never seen that. It's the first time in NRL history.
In Rugby League, yeah.
Scuba Seve. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at other sports and other athletes who have donned the goggles. First one here, Artie Surveyor, obviously for the All Blacks. Pretty standard. I don't mind that. Mason Cox. Look at that big Texan yank, just kicking him downfield. Then we've got, look, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was probably the first and most famous. Eric Dickinson from the Rams. Very cool there. Very cool. This one here is Edgar Davids playing over there in the Premier League. And, of course, Addo Bolton. I don't know why they're in there. They're just, I don't even know what they are. Make it run faster.
Yeah.
So, well done to all you athletes. But well done, Marion. Hey, Bushy, does he wear them at training, like even in ball work and stuff?
Yeah. I think his first game back, so he actually nearly lost his eye in a pretty bad accident in a game. And his first game back after surgery, it was pouring, and I think it was fogging up nearly every set. He had to take it off.
You got to spit on him.
Yeah.
You do. You know when you go snorkeling?
Spit in them. The greener it is, the cleaner it is. Spit in them. Yeah. Not spit on them.
Yeah. Do you think it'll catch on?
Could.
I reckon it's good.
Play your whistle.
I had them on yesterday.
That's a shit question.
I had the beer goggles on yesterday.
Pardon?
I had the beer goggles on yesterday.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
VB, of course.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. VB could start supplying beer goggles.
Yeah. Just thinking out loud. There's Fletch.
Good on you guys.
Well done. Still don't know what that segment is. Love the Fonz. Arthur Fonzarelli. Great. Henry Winkler.
Did you know, like in the breaks of the filming, that Fonzie and Mrs. C had a thing going on?
Oh, Marion,
not Seve. No. Yes. So you sometimes think like she was prim and proper, but
I've heard the same thing about the Brady Bunch.
Sam the Butcher?
No, not Sam the Butcher. Anyway, let's take a break. Coming up face to face this week with David Gallop.
NRL boss David Gallop handed the Melbourne Storm.
Canterbury, a club in crisis.
DJ for Todd.
Sonny Bill club has cheated the salary cap.
Something of this magnitude has been devastating.
You specialised in all the big stuff: sex, drugs, salary cap.
We were sort of charged with the task of regenerating the game. It had been through a lot of upheaval.
It's all about lining people's pockets with money.
Was Super League a good idea just ahead of its time?
It damaged relations as well. It took a while to bring it all back together.
The club has cheated the salary cap.
Sitting in my office with just Steve Folkes, he and I both sort of had a tear.
The biggest name at the time, Sonny Bill Williams, just walk out.
The unexpected comes along quite often. The stripping of 2 premierships.
We are not going anywhere.
One of the biggest scandals in rugby league in 100 years.
The elaborate lengths to hide the payments was quite extraordinary.
You must have been the most hated man in Melbourne. Still to this day, some players say that it was really unfair.
I didn't hide your contract at the CEO's house.
Welcome back, gang. This week's Rugby League Bazar takes us back to 1993 as the Kangaroos took on the Kiwis in Palmerston North.
Mr. Smith stops the clock as we try and find a football. Nearly every time they've gone over the sideline, we have had to wait.
Australia led 16-8 with less than a minute to go. But every time the ball was kicked into the crowd, it vanished. How bizarre.
I can't believe that somebody in the league over here hasn't got control of balls. The players are trying to play an 80-minute game, and we have got delay after delay for the ball back into play. Unbelievable in driving rain for 2 test teams to be standing around and waiting for a restart. Russell Smith can't even find a football to finish the test. Meninga can't believe it. I've never seen anything like it. We'll be back when we find a football. We still have no football. We've got a test match, but we've got no football. We'll take a break for another look. Now, Freeman is speaking to the referee. Can you believe it? A test match might be called off by the captains. Freeman is going to recommend that we leave the field to the end. Now, what's happening? How much time is left? They're probably discussing. There is only seconds remaining. Gary Freeman shaking hands. Unfortunately, for what has been a gripping second half, we're going to end it in a disgrace. Quite amazing.
One thing for sure, Graham, I think we're going to have a great crowd at Lang Park next Wednesday night. It has been a good performance by the Kiwis.
The roar, as you would expect, is for a little piece of leather. Daryl Halligan has a mate somewhere who's found one. There is 5 seconds to play out, and the last 5 seconds has taken about 6 minutes.
That game was playing at Palmerston North in 1993. Apparently, before the game, they had a football giveaway, and so when every ball went over the fence, people just thought it was they could keep it. It just disappeared. So, hey, by the way, just want to do a shout out to a rugby league legend in the audience, Bruiser Clark. Hey, Bruiser. How you been going, Bruiser? You good?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mate, you're living up at Lake Macquarie.
Yeah, still up at Lake Macquarie. Beautiful part of the world.
Beautiful part of the world. Yeah. Who are you following these days? Still West?
Well, I was out there at the game today. It was beautiful, mate, to watch these Silvertails get beaten.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, Bruce, thanks for coming, mate. Good on you, mate.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate. Right, it's time for Give Me 5. Let's go back to Thursday night. Melbourne Storm 22-18 over the Penrith Panthers. Wishy, Harry Houdini did it again. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the try again. Harry in Golden Point just throws a dummy. Apparently Roy Masters tipped him off. Said to him, in a game like that where everyone's focusing on the kicker, do a dummy, both markers will go. So Roy's the man.
Still got it.
Harry credited Roy for that, so good on him. But it's not the first time Harry's done it. Harry's pulled this off. 2023 did one in Golden Point as well, I believe. Look at this. Yeah, same end, same result. You still living with Harry, Wishy?
Still with Harry, yep.
Yeah. Living at Richmond there?
Richmond, yeah.
Around the corner from the Corner Hotel?
That's it.
Yeah.
London Tavern as well.
Yeah, very good.
Joint.
Have you got the proper room now? Didn't you have like sort of a sunroom, half a sunroom?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, wasn't it?
Yeah, proper room now. Sometimes for a bit of nostalgia, I'll go out and sleep in the old sunroom.
Now, I believe there was an incident recently with the garden out there, the vegetable garden.
You got the whistle?
I want to hear it.
Let's just leave it at that.
I want to know. Yeah, what happened in the garden?
The vegetable garden.
Another bloke I used to live with.
Player?
Player, yeah.
What is it wrong
relative of someone on this.
Oh, yeah.
Harry had a nice garden going out the front, and a couple of years later he spilled the beans and he might have urinated on it a couple of times.
That's why the squashes taste a little fishy, so to speak. Now, highlights of the game. Wishy, exceptional win. You know, as I said before, no Jerome Hughes, no Ryan Pappenhausen, but the coach must have been very pleased.
Yeah, he was. The first half, we probably felt like we were sort of under a bit, getting drowned by them. I think they completed at 100% that first half, which is typical Panthers. So it was a bit. At half time, we sort of had a bit to talk about and fix up, which I thought we did. But yeah, after the game, he was a
very happy man. Yeah, we've spoken about this quite a bit. It's interesting with you blokes. Your strength usually unbeatable at night in the wet conditions because that ability to just grind teams into the ground. This year, it's been different. Day football just blowing sides away. But as soon as like the last couple of weeks, you got back to that grind again.
Yeah. I think it's been a bit different this year. We've had a fair few Arvo games, sort of Saturday, Sunday Arvo. But like you said, I think it sort of suits us playing in the wet. I don't know what it is. We're probably used to it at Amy Park.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, we're sort of, I guess, dumbing things down a bit. But it's working for us. It's not pretty, but we're just scraping some wins together.
Well, if you can beat Penrith when they're completing 100% in the first half, you're doing something right, Wishy. So, now the Sharkies 54-22 over the Titans. good performance, really good performance from the Sharkies. Fitzy would have been disappointed at the end, he would have loved like a 54-6, something like that.
They obviously let the Titans. The game was all over, but they let the Titans back into it in the back end of there, and they were up by a country mile, and they took the foot off the pedal. But the Sharkies, they needed the win. They needed the good win. They got it. Shake the monkey off the back sort of thing to try and leap into that better section of that top 8. So, the Titans for me, that's their season. I think that was their season. They're up and down like all year. So
there was a moment, the first try, Hindy.
Well, the fullback was in the line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like now, the fullback...
And they've spotted... The Sharkies were good enough to spot it, and they've picked it out, but that's...
So there's a trend, I understand. When a side is attacking from 10 metres out, you put the fullback in the line and dare him to grub it through when someone cover it over. But 50 metres out, and for the fullback to be in the line, Nico must have been thinking, hang on, is there a 3-card trick going to happen here? I couldn't believe his luck. A big blow for the Sharkies. Cam McGuinness, suspected ACL. I tell you, if that is true, that's gives a real big dent in their title chance.
Yeah, he's a bit like Jake Trbojevic to Manly. He does all the cleaning up in the middle of the ruck. I think he has had a knee injury before. He didn't look happy walking up that tunnel, but huge blow because he's very important to that side.
And the Bears have just identified a couple of targets. Cam McGuinness is one of them, and they won't go cold on him if it is an ACL. He's a great professional. He'll come back as strong, or if not stronger, from sitting out. And the other one is Scotty Sorensen. Again, great professional. I think both blokes would be ideal.
Yeah, well, we hear the stories coming out of Cronulla how intense Cam is at training. You can see that's the way he plays. And yes, young Sorensen, well, not young Sorensen now. He's been part of this system. So when you're looking at players, you want to get them coming from clubs who have had success because they know what it takes to win. So yeah, that'd be good buys.
Big talk through the week. Payne Haas defecting to Samoa. We had our say that as far as international rugby league's concerned, I think it's fantastic. Yeah. He spoke. Payne spoke today at a press conference.
I think there was a moment when I played for Australia, when reverse Samoa in Tianjin, and I think the anthems were playing, and my mind started racing back. Lots of memories with my mum and making us sing the national anthem for Samoa a lot in the back of the car, and I think that came to mind. And I think from that moment onwards, I wanted to play for Samoa and represent my mum's side, its whole forward side, and really make them proud of my parents as well. So yeah, it means a lot. It means a lot to me. I grew up around, obviously my grandparents a lot, and my mum's side, and my uncle Mark, Hayden knows they're best mates, and he played for the Tall Samoa as well. And I remember always watching him doing the sick toe and all that, and always wanted to do it, and he used to always do it in front of the TV. So, I get my moment now to play for Samoa. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm just privileged and blessed to be here. So,
what's your advice, Payne, to other players who might be weighing up the decision?
Not much, to be honest. I think just follow your heart and do what's best. We're all men at the end of the day, and you just follow your heart and do what's right for your family. So.
Yeah, mate, good on him, mate. He's a Newcastle boy, Payne. He was from Woodbury in Newcastle, and but of Samoan heritage. And I just respect that, and I think it is. I think it's great for the international game. Now the big thing is there's talk of Tino and Hammer. They've sort of hinted that they may defect. Let's have a look at what a possible Samoan side would look like. Now, I want to apologise. My eyes are just shot to bits. Fletch, help me out here.
Yeah, it's Hamasai, Brian, To'o, Isaac Tungo, Crichton, Tuolangi, Talangi, Luai, May, Tavanga at number 9, Haas in the front row, Sean Bloor and Nanai in the back row, and locking the scrum is Big Tino for Asul Malawi.
And then you've got Roger, Moses Leota, Stefano and Spencer.
Yes.
There's even just some of the players we have let out. Now, if that side couldn't win a World Cup tomorrow...
Yeah. Well, we need to change the rules so they don't. So... We can't have that. We can't have... No, but in all honesty, it's outstanding. Look, the stronger the other nations are, the better our game's going to be. And it's... Look, I applaud them. Go for it. We'll find... The Kangaroos will find another Tino or another Payne, so... We'll be right, but let's strengthen those other sides.
It's great for the national game, and it's great for the game to continue, like rugby league to continue to cultivate and grow in the Pacific.
Yes.
Because those countries like Samoa and Tonga, essentially they're viewed as rugby union nations, although you would question Tonga a little bit given the impact that Jason Taumalolo made. And I think that'll be one of his legacy, Jason Taumalolo, and it could be Payne's as well as far as Samoa is concerned.
Guys, can I take you back to last Thursday night when we went out to Winterfest? Well, Leon and I went out to Winterfest. Well, Brian was out there also too, but he dogged it and didn't do things well.
I had COVID.
You didn't have COVID,
I
mate.
did.
You dogged it. You dogged it like a cat.
Went out west and caught
like
COVID.
an eastern suburbs cat. Anyway, so what we also found out there was that Brian has a thing for birds.
Bird phobia.
Phobia, I hate birds.
Where's it?
No way. Come on. What is it? I don't do birds.
Just got to stand in the safe zone for us.
Safe zone.
Safe zone.
What
Brian
is
has
it? What's
a
it
phobia
going to
of
be?
birds.
Oh, go away. No. No.
It's Oracle.
You have to stand still, otherwise you bite.
Okay, I don't want to fight.
Can you pat Oracle?
No.
But she's better.
Oh.
Just breathe.
No.
Look in the eye.
No, I don't like him.
Stop swearing. No, I just had to get my head caved in.
I'd rather...
What did you get your head caved in with?
Don't you breathe on
Someone
me.
block the exit.
I don't like birds.
If you wait here, I'll bring out a bigger bird.
Yeah, no, that's all right. This is not cool.
Banana sharks. Shit. It's a big bird.
He'll kill a 60-kilo kangaroo
Yeah.
by snapping its spine.
Yep.
Snapping its spine.
He has enough power in his feet to break every bone in your arm.
Oh, really?
Just by squeezing.
Far out.
Females are scary.
Look at him. Look at him.
looking
Look
at
at him. Look at him.
He's looking at me.
It's staring you off.
I just don't do birds.
What goes around comes around, Bear's head.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Is it? What about little budgies?
Any birds. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe when I was
attacked as a kid.
Not even. I mean, seagulls are okay. Pigeons are okay.
Plovers.
Ibis.
Ibises, they're ranked too.
Yeah.
Don't do ibises.
Because I've heard that owls can, like, tear your face off.
What was that? That was a wedge tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can break the spine, as you heard, of a kangaroo. Like,
makes you think, don't it?
I mean, they taste good. They taste good. You got any phobias of anything?
Nah, not really.
No?
Nah.
Just blow the whistle, mate. Blow the whistle.
I'm snakes. What are you? You're a phobia?
Ocean. You don't like the ocean.
Oh, yeah, I'm a bit scared of the ocean. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the ocean.
And diets. Well, I did ask him, I said, let's do a fast. We do a couple of fasts every year.
Yeah.
I said, let's do a fast.
No,
What'd
but
you say
why
to
do
me?
I have to hold your hand? If you want to do something, just do it, mate. You
Keep
don't
each
have
other
to.
accountable.
Every
I can ring you
time.
up.
Oh, we'll do a
Tubbsy
fast
eating.
today. We'll do a fast.
Yeah.
If you do, how you go on your fast, Tubbsy?
Oh, I think if you're going to do something, do it together.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you have a wife?
Yes, I do.
Well, excellent stuff. Let's take a break. Don't forget, Wednesday night, Nikita Zoo returns.
Nikita Zoo is back. The butcher is back.
It's time for blood and brutality.
Welcome back to the show. Now, some huge games next Friday night. Before we talk about it, let's have a look at the ladder here. So Raiders on top, the Melbourne Storm sitting in that all-important top two. We've got the Bulldogs and the Warriors just slipped in after Penrith were beaten. Then Penrith, Broncos, Sharks, Roosters, and then got the Dolphins. The rest, really, at the moment, it would take a lot for those sides to creep in. So let's have a look at this now. Two massive games in terms of top four and top two. And the other thing, when you've got these top sides playing at this time of the year, an opportunity to land a big psychological blow in victory. So 6 p.m. next Friday night, we've got the Panthers against the Raiders in Mudgee. You'll see it on Fox League. I'll tell you what, by the way, what a game for the people of Mudgee. Fantastic. Now, Raiders sit top of the table, and win will almost certainly give them a top, or hugely important top 2 finish, which is massive to get that home final in week 1. Penrith sit 5th. Now, if they lose this game, they could drop to 7th. A win could see them back in the top 4. Let's have a talk about that game, boys. So, Penrith up against the Raiders. Last time these two sides met was actually round 24, 2024. Raiders won this one 22-18, and boys won't be a lot in this.
No, you'd think the Raiders would like their chances up, only for the fact that, you know, Penrith, that was a pretty physical game against the Storm last Thursday night. This team, this young Raiders team, have been playing without any fear. I'm just wondering, as we get closer to the semi-finals, I hope they don't sort of tighten up and just keep playing that free-flowing football.
Well, what's going to be interesting, the battle of the Sixers, Ethan Strange and Blaise Tulangi, both of those young Sixers in the last month they've improved dramatically.
Particularly Blaise, I think, has really stepped into that role of being the second playmaker for that Panthers side. He's growing in confidence each week, but also too, Strange on the other side as well. Like, different styles of footy. They're both running kind of sixes, but I think just the strength and the size of Ethan Strange, he's just. And that's only just as someone that's watching the game. He just looks so strong. Like,
he does.
Is he a handful?
Yeah, 100%. I remember last year we were both playing 5'8" and met up with him at the scrum. I remember looking up at him and.
Is he quite tall? Is he?
He doesn't he hides his like the camera hides his size.
Yeah, it does. It does for sure.
Yeah. The other one, Dylan Edwards versus Koyo Weeks. Two very different fullbacks. Koyo is a very explosive player. This bloke, Wishy, he's just a relentless threat.
Yeah, I think he's sort of been one of the informed players for the past however many years now, decade. He's just he never goes away. Sorry, are we talking about Edwards or?
Yes, yeah. It's all good.
Get your whistle.
Yeah, I can feel you sort of fishing around there.
Yeah.
This fella Koyo though, he's very different. He's an explosive fullback. He's having a great season.
Yeah, they're obviously different players, but both huge threats and huge assets for each team, and they'll be very important.
Fletch, Hindy, who wins?
I'm going Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm going Raiders purely off the. I just thought they put so much effort into it, the Panthers, and
coming off a bye too.
But
just across the board, the Raiders. You know, from Big Red, you got Hudson Young, Fogarty's playing some really good football at the moment. We spoke about Strange, Weeks. So across the board, I think they're in a little bit better position than what the Panthers are.
Plus, if we say Penrith, we'll make an enemy and sticky.
Yes, I know.
Raiders by 13 plus.
Can the Raiders get into that arm wrestle sort of game that the Panthers like to get into?
Well, that'd be interesting. That's what's going to be the clash of the styles.
Yeah,
be really interesting. Now, straight after that, 8 p.m, we've got the Storm up against the Bulldogs in Melbourne. Sit on Fox League for the Storm. Storm win this, it puts them with a cracker, win the minor premiership, and if they win it, they basically assured of a top 2 finish, which is massive. Big game for the Dogs. Need to bounce back. They need a big scalp. They're going to be in the top 4, but a win gives them a shot at finishing in the top 2. As I said before, that week 1 home final is enormous benefit. Last time these two sides played, like the game before, they played the last time in 2024, round 6. And Melbourne won this one 16-14, but always a tough game, Wishy.
Yeah, and I think obviously the loss on the weekend, all good teams sort of take it pretty personally and bounce back, and I think that's what they'll do Friday night. They'll show up ready to play, and we'll have to be at our best.
Wishy, is there any players coming back of note for you blokes?
No, not that I know of at the moment. I'm not sure how Paps is. If we get him back, that'll be big for us.
What about Jerome's recovery? How's that been going?
Yeah, he's actually improving well. I don't know what round or when he'll be back, but I think things are looking positive.
Well, look at the strength of both sides, and the strength of the Storm is the spine. You got yourself, Wishy, Harry Grant, of course, Paps if he returns, and if Paps returns, that means Munster then goes back to the 6th position. A lot of threat there, Fletch.
Yeah, and I actually thought young Jonah Pezzett, he was quite impressive for his his first starting game, I thought this year. But, yeah, it's all about Harry. It's all about Harry at the moment, and you would think, and we've spoken about this, like teams, I'd imagine, would do their homework on him, but he still is able to get around that. It's a different sort of Melbourne team when there's no Jerome, and especially last week with Munster at fullback. I thought he was really good at fullback.
Yeah, he's busy. Yeah.
When did he know he was going to? When did he know he was going to be fullback?
I think it was 3 days out. We have our big session, and Paps did the test for his HIA and was no good, so he got a full session in there and then captain's run.
Bit of a master stroke, I thought.
Yeah, it was. Wishy, your edge defence, mate, they got a really, really big job this week because the Dogs' strength, their edges, has been powerful all year. You got Jacob Preston and Stephen Crichton on the right, and on the left you got Bronson Cherry and Viliami Kickow. So a lot of work for your edges defensively.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of teams sort of have their go-to edge, but for them it's sort of take your pick, and a lot of their attack is sort of shot, and then they're having another shot next play, which is tough to defend. So, yeah, like I said before, we'll have to be at our best and try and nullify them.
That's the thing about them. They don't take a lot of the old-fashioned settlers, do they?
No,
it's always.
Matty, question to you: if the Galvin experiment doesn't work, when I say that, if they get rolled again, do you think Coach Geraldo possibly brings Sexton back in?
Okay, I heard something interesting. I was listening to Hindy's Saturday show on Triple M, which is excellent, by the way.
Thank you, Matthew.
That's a darling show. Cameron Geraldo, they asked him after the game, and I found very interesting. He said, I'm picking players who are carrying injuries, and those players are unable to train through the week. He said, I won't pick anyone who can't train through the week. I won't select. Now you saw Galvin's. He's been carrying a leg injury and a hand injury.
Do you think he's?
And he was hinting. He was also hinting at blokes not properly putting in that training as well.
Yes.
So now he's quite happy to say, it doesn't matter where you are on the pecking order. If you're not putting in what you need to be putting in. Yeah. But where do you think the Reid Marnie Hayward?
That's
because I think they've lost a bit with Marnie not starting, to be honest.
Defensively?
And with attack. Yeah. I know Bailey can get out there and play off the second receiver a bit when he needs to, but
you're right.
When Reid was in there, I thought they seemed to be a better attacking side with Reid starting.
Yeah. This is a big game for both, but I think particularly a really big game for the Bulldogs.
Massive game.
Got to bounce back. Who wins, boys?
Well, I think the Dogs will shit it in.
Yeah. Where's that whistle? Yeah. That wasn't. Excellent. Okay, we're going to take a break. We've got Hammy up next. Welcome back to the show. Hey, keep the applause going for Hammy. Hey, Hammy, congratulations on the Tigers' win today, but more pressing matters. You have a bird phobia as well.
Yeah, I was just sharing with Brian off air there. We bonded over a bird phobia. I got swooped by a plover out the front of the Devonport Maritime Museum a few years ago and still haven't fully recovered.
They are particularly mean-spirited.
Yeah, my therapist said it'd be good to talk about it, actually, so quite therapeutic.
Well, we've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I got a possum phobia. Yep. I was laying in bed once night. I could hear. Hey, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Ringtail.
Yeah, exactly. I got there one night, I'm laying, and Trish goes, there's something, and I looked into his little beady eyes, and I thought, it's either possum or Joey, and... And it turns out it was far more dangerous, was the possum. Anyway, so I thought, Trish, get it out of here. And I'm sort of, when it comes to wildlife, I'm a bit of a coward. I just find animals particularly unpredictable. And so I got a suitcase and a stick, and I was trying to push it in. Come on, and I jump into the suitcase, and it wouldn't do it. And as I got closer, the tail started, and thought, what's going on here? And it hurled itself up and just started scratching me. So then, of course, all bets were off. Now I captured it and then took it outside and sent it free. And then it came back again. So anyway.
We could learn a lot of possums because when they find a partner, they have their partner for life.
Do they?
Good on you, possums.
Yeah, well done.
There. Never divorce. You find a partner and that's it.
Yeah, so there you go. So solicitors certainly would have no possums as clients.
So Gordon. Sorry, Gordy.
These days, you know.
You never know. Okay.
Hammy,
what have we got?
What's going on there? What's going on?
I know. How many people having a crack?
Yeah, a couple of people having a crack this week. Now, first and foremost, friend of the show, Marcelo Montoya, currently injured with a neck injury. So someone's had a crack at stitching up with the source of the injury. You can imagine my surprise when I jumped on the NRL website and saw the injury ward that he'd been ruled out with a circumcision injury. It sounds awfully painful. But thankfully, another friend of the show, Taylor Montoya, she jumped on social media just to clear up what was going on.
Guys, if one more person tags me in this stupid no one got circumcised in this house, right? Stop sending it to me. Stop tagging me. We've seen it. It's fake, all right? Still?
Bit painful injury.
Oh, yes. I actually played footy with a guy who got a circumcision when he was 18.
Oh, they reckon...
He fell in love, and part of the religious thing was to... it got infected. Missed like 6 months of footy. Wow. It was heavy, yeah.
Do you know what happened to the blind circumcisionist?
No.
He got the sack. Something to think about.
Try the veal.
Some nights you just don't want the show to end. Which he's got to get on a flight.
Of course. So, hey, one more person having a crack this week, of course, Nikita Zoo. He'll be fighting on Wednesday night. You can catch that on Main Event. He's been having a crack at a bit of a new diet with something I haven't had in a while and something I don't know if I'll ever try.
My wife, we freeze-dried her placenta.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been supplementing on her placenta recently.
So did you put that in tablet form or?
Yeah, tablet form. So I've technically become a carnivore.
You didn't start breastfeeding, did you?
I have.
Oh, yeah. I reckon breast milk's like the best thing you could have, eh? Like, it's so good for you, so clean.
It's delicious as well.
Yeah. Oh, no, I meant breastfeeding the baby.
Oh.
Him breastfeeding.
I've tried, but nothing's coming out.
Hey.
I don't know if I'll be incorporating that diet ahead of my next strong Pilates class, but I hope it works out for Nikita and his fight on Wednesday.
Woodsy certainly knows a lot about it. Now, the title.
Yes, the title. The Melbourne Storm have firmed up a little bit after their win against the Panthers on Thursday night. The Panthers have drifted a little bit, but they're still thereabouts. Big movers, though, the Chooks. On Friday, $41. They've come into $19 now, so a huge budge for them over the weekend as well.
Now, top four, Hammy?
Top four. Basically, the Panthers there's still a lot of love for the Panthers from the Sportsbet punters. The Warriors are fourth at the moment, but check out Get 'em On Side straight after this. The boys are going to have a look at everyone's run home and who's going to finish up where. The Sharks might be the smoky. They've got a bye and then two very winnable games, but I reckon the Panthers probably still scrape in.
Now, what about the top eight? Now, I believe Dolphins got a bye as well?
Yeah, look, the Roosters, it's theirs to lose. And if they win one more game, they're just about in. So they've played some pretty good footy over the last couple of weeks. The Dolphins and Manly, I think they've probably checked out for the year just about. My boys, mathematical chance, though. They've just got to keep on winning and hope the Roosters keep on losing. So, fingers crossed.
Now, Nikita Zoo.
Yes, obviously he's fighting on Wednesday night. Not a lot of value head-to-head, so 7 of his 10 fights he's won by knockout. Maybe look at the knockout. What we've learned about him tonight is he doesn't like to play with his food, whether that's placenta, breast milk or opposition boxes. So I've got a market here. The fight to be over and done with in 5.5 or less rounds. You're getting about $1.80 there for it to finish. He's finished a lot of his fights very quickly, so that might be the way to squeeze a bit of value out of his fight on Wednesday.
Hammy, congratulations on the night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tigers. That wasn't that, was it?
No.
Hey, Wishy, mate, really appreciate it. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic, mate. Going great. Good luck with the final series. Say good day to the old man for us, too.
Will do.
He's a good man. Last word, Hammy. Do the Tigers make it 4 in a row next week?
Yes.
There we go. Nice. Guys, have a good night. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.